Okay, we're doing Prevent and Reverse Stroke and Heart Attack by me, Pete Rogers. We're on figure 438, page 127. And this is just sort of a continuation of what I was talking about earlier, the Peter Rogers, MD, theory of neurodegeneration, supply and demand theory. And these are the main variables. You know, the oxygen glucose delivery, that's really sort of related to the Jack Delatory theory, okay? You know, do you get a widened gap between the metabolic rate of the neuron and the oxygen and glucose delivery? Then the second issue is the excitotoxins. What stimulants are on board to raise the metabolic rate? Psychological stress, sleep deprivation, corticosteroid medications, caffeine in any form, ADHD stimulants, nicotine, any types of stimulants, and then other excitotoxins, aspartame, monosodium glutamate, manufactured free glutamate, glyphosate, beta amyloid protein because of high fat diets leading to lack of insulin degrading enzyme to clear the BAP out of the blood. Okay, those are all things that could do it. Glyphosate because it's glycine phosphate and then it's like the coincident detector on the NMDA receptor. It'll also activate it. If you're magnesium deficient, that has the effect of being like a stimulant. Magnesium, remember, M for magnesium, M for mellow. It calms you down because it blocks the NMDA receptor, the calcium channel on the postsynaptic neuron, to prevent it from letting calcium into the cell and activating the postsynaptic neuron. Okay, what else will do it? All these mitochondrial inhibitors. I found over 100 of them. And they're real common. A lot of your heavy metals are mitochondrial inhibitors, including arsenic, lead, chromium, mercury, aluminum. Lots of medications are mitochondrial inhibitors, including statins, Tylenol, selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors. Glyphosate's a mitochondrial inhibitor. Atrazine's a mitochondrial inhibitor. Lasix, diuretics, a mitochondrial inhibitor. Fungal inhibitors, the preservatives in processed food, are mitochondrial inhibitors. Very often they're succinic dehydrogenase inhibitors, which is bad. Most of your antibiotics are mitochondrial inhibitors. Your tetracyclines, aminoglycosides, fluoroquinolones, your beta-lactam penicillin, those are all mitochondrial inhibitors. Okay, so there's a lot of them. If you decrease mitochondrial function, then you're less able to pump the you're less able to make ATP to pump the calcium out of the cytoplasm, so that's not good. Your dental amalgams could be a source of mercury, sending mercury into your brain, which inhibits electron transport, so that's all bad. Aluminum is a common thing, like in some dental alloys, but the main thing is it's in other things. Okay, it's in a lot of deodorants, for example. If you got SERCA inhibitors, sarcoplasm, endoplasmic reticulum, calcium ATPase inhibitors, basically anything that smells bad is probably a SERCA inhibitor. Anything that causes insulin resistance is probably also a SERCA inhibitor. They go hand in hand. The higher your insulin resistance, your hemoglobin A1C, the more likely you'll have SERCA inhibition, which is the ability to pump calcium from the cytoplasm into the endoplasmic reticulum and thus reduce cytoplasm calcium. You have to reduce cytoplasm calcium in order to shut off that postsynaptic neuron. So that's what it all comes down to. And there's a tiny bit more detail, but that's the thing. And then the other thing is if you're using a cell phone, if you're getting EMF, you don't want to hold your cell phone to your head because it's going to open up the voltage-gated calcium channels, increase cytoplasm calcium. So the reason why it's worth knowing all this stuff is once you know it, you can avoid these things. And the general overall best strategy is be a minimalist. You know, be like Adam and Eve, but keep your indoor heating and plumbing. Okay? Take as few medicines as you can reasonably take. What else? Oh, fluoride makes it worse, so you want to filter your water. And you want to avoid things that cause leaky gut. There's a whole long list of things that can cause leaky gut. Processed food, oils, excessive chlorine, and the aluminum in tap water, another reason to filter your water, because all that leaky gut stuff, that lets in bacterial endotoxins, which then can cause inflammation of the microglia, and that can lead to an excitotoxin-like effect. Head trauma, avoid head trauma. Okay. So there's a lot of things to know about. And the main approach is, don't do anything bad for your brain. Be kind of simple. Live like humans are meant to live. We're meant to walk around all day outside looking for food with extended family groups, with all the different ages mixed together. Okay. All right, we went through all those pictures. I'm just pretty much going through the pictures. I made a mnemonic about it, boast, just because I'm the one that figured that out, and I'm kind of bragging because I had all the knowledge in all the different areas to figure it out, and I was pissed off that a journal wouldn't publish it. Okay, and this is just a balance of the things that help you versus the things that hurt you. And the things that help you, eat a low-fat, low-sodium, 100% vegan diet, single ingredient only, organic only, no alcohol, oils, caffeine, no flours, no simple sugars, no no artificial sweeteners. Manage your stress, get your sunshine, get your sleep, have a sense of purpose, be religious. All the major religions, the people are healthier. Enjoy good music that relaxes you, you know. Enjoy good comedies, good friends. Avoid all the bad, trendy, modern stuff. It's all bad for you. Okay, here's just a paper showing some of the mitochondrial inhibitors, and this has probably got about 50 or 60 on this page. The food dyes in processed food are often mitochondrial inhibitors. Okay, there's just tons of them. So, again, modern things often will have a mitochondrial inhibitor in there. Heavy metals, many medications. Okay, I won't eat almonds. I won't eat flax for this reason. I won't take cyanocobalamin for that reason. You know what the cyano means. I won't eat anything with that, potentially with that, you know, AP, you know what, then EEL spelled on it, because I worry about that potentially having contaminants that have a negative effect on mitochondria. So that's the scoop on that. I think that's about it for today. Let's see here. Oh, this is just some of these many mitochondrial inhibitors. There's tons of them. All right, so we'll leave it at that for today. I hope you found that helpful.